I've had over 1,000 rejections in real life, 2,000 rejections online, so that's 3,000 rejections total. Do anything just for a 300-pound ugly white girl.
Yeah, I agree that women are people.
No, see? That's bullshit.
My looks are the only reason I am incel. No, I gotta talk fast.
You gotta talk fast?
Yes, I have to come off as intelligent as possible. This is an ego thing with me.
But people can talk slowly and still be intelligent.
No.
Being an incel, otherwise known as an involuntary celibate, has been a growing epidemic over the past decade. So I wanted to look into the past to see how we got here today. And we've got this topic called Shy Boys, which is an incel documentary. So let's take a look.
I feel like I scammed you into filming me. Like, why would anyone want to film my life? It's so boring.
Well, off the bat, he's already putting himself down.
I'd like to
You can tell
drive
he's not
around
happy
and
with
walk
himself.
around and just take pictures of, like, just anything. One thing I'm not a fan of is just going out and meeting new people. I kind of despise that. I don't know about how the term love shy is a great term or anything, but it does describe a specific problem that I think there isn't any other term for.
Well, I mean, he's saying that he hates the idea of even going out and meeting new people. So it's more of a like anxiety kind of thing going on here. I mean, I've got kind of a fear of going out, talking to people. Not so much these days, but I did have that problem before. I know where he's coming from, but I think it's just a case of facing that fear and realising it's not as bad as you think it is.
I don't like see these people, other love shy males in my real life that often. And even if I did, I mean, even if I could relate to their situation, it would be like, then what?
It's probably because people who feel like you also don't go out, so you
As
a
of
bit
now,
of a
nothing.
bias.
I don't have a job, I am ugly, so my value right now is 0.
He's putting himself down straight
Have
away.
you approached many women?
Oh, many.
And what was the result?
Rejection 100% of the time. I would start talking to a girl, and immediately she would give me fuck off signals. She would, pull out her cell phone,
Fuck off signals.
just start texting her friends, and just hope I would go away. I don't approach that much anymore because, I've had over 1,000 rejections in real life, 2,000 rejections online, so that's 3,000 rejections
Keeping
total.
count.
Did you count in real life?
I'm approximating, that's not a real word, we're redoing that. Ask a question again. I aim as low as possible.
We're redoing
I
that.
aim for obese women, ideally ugly and obese. I aim for the bottom of the barrel because, I realize that I'm ugly. Pretty boys get women, like your sound guy.
I mean, he's really putting himself down there. You can feel the bitterness in like the way he's saying things. He just like, you can tell he like hates himself. And it's not like he's even like bad looking, to be honest. If he like actually just took care of himself, like mentally, like just told himself nicer things, he'd probably come across a bit better to other people, not just the ladies, but to everyone. Like I can feel that like off-putting energy just by hearing him.
He's like, yeah. Turn to him. See, he gets women because, I knew the moment I looked at him that he's not incel.
What? He gets
I'm
women.
jealous.
Alright, this is GenericCon. It is, in fact, a generic convention.
It's the only time during the year when I can totally geek out and nobody notices.
Nobody
Have either of
notices.
you heard of love shy?
Except the camera that's documenting it.
Actually, I haven't. To be perfectly honest, I had no idea.
When I was in high school, I wasn't the most popular guy until the end of the years, and at that point, no girls really were interested in me. In college, I spent 2 years in a 2-year school where nobody really hung out, and by the time I went into the 4-year school, everybody had hooked up.
I'm sorry, I just got a bit distracted by his accent. Is that a New York accent? He's like, I'm walking here.
The job came. I started the same day as a girl that I really wasn't interested in. 3 months in, I started to get interested in her, and she was interested in me. Except
Okay.
when I got interested in her, she stopped being interested in me. And because of this whole lack of experience and naivete, I spent the next year and a half pining for her, unknowingly.
Oh,
And then
sure
after
she didn't
that, I just
appreciate that.
kind of went with the flow, and whatever happened, happened, so.
that's a better way of approaching things. Just take things till they come.
It's a
Love
place
shy
to vent.
dot
I mean,
com.
it's just a place to socialize with other incels who suffer from the same problem I do.
It's a place where, people go put things that are like completely hidden from most other places. There's a lot of negative emotions that you can see there. There's
They
a lot
are
of
murderers.
depression, a lot of
My
anger,
government has
a
not
lot of
found me a
hopelessness.
girlfriend. Why would the government find you a girlfriend? This forum is just strange. Like, you just got all these people who like hate themselves, saying how angry they are with the world, and that's just going to make all of them feel like, look, on the screen, painless methods of like ending your life. I think surrounding yourself with these people is just going to bring you down. It's like if I joined a forum with a bunch of people who were like, we are rubbish YouTubers and we will never get anywhere. And then I'll believe that and we'll all just make content of us hating ourselves. You got to like bring yourself up a little bit.
I think the general consensus, though, is that the posters who are more controversial don't really fall under the love shy umbrella. Like, they would fall under something called incel.
The two terms aren't synonymous. Occasionally you can have a guy that isn't ugly and might not be able to get girls because, you know, he just never approaches.
They almost like they're the opposite of love shy, whereas like they approach all kinds of women and always get rejected.
There are just so many different personalities on there, and a lot of the times our personalities collide. That's why there's so many flame wars, but it's all in good humor most of the time.
For a supposed support forum, it tends to sometimes have the opposite effect more than it probably
Exactly.
should, I think.
What the hell am I looking at here? Was this a guy playing games in his bed? Like, why are we filming this? So we're looking at pickup artists. Oh, yeah, he looks like a pickup artist.
PUA is using certain body languages, certain dress fashion senses, and certain words to basically seduce a woman.
How long have you been training as a PUA?
Couple months now.
Training.
Do
I'm
you
in
wanna
training
explain
to
any
pick up
terminology?
ladies.
All right. Well, when two pickup artists go out into the field looking for women, the
Into the
terminology
field.
used is sarging.
You know, if guys are into it just because they want to improve themselves or
Sarging?
whatever, and they're using this as their like motivation or whatever, I think that's fine. But it's when you get all obsessed with it that I think it gets ridiculous.
Every day is a sarge for me.
It's a Sarge.
The way I see it, you got to be yourself on dates.
What,
because
like
that's
being a
what you're gonna end
sergeant?
up with anyways. So
Massaging?
picking up artists, it's all
But
scam.
how are you going to know what you want if you don't know who you are?
How are you going to know what you want if you don't know who you are? That's the interesting question right there. Or how are you going to attract someone if you hate yourself?
To get rich quick schemes. You see, with get rich quick schemes, they promise you the moon and the sun. They promise that you can.
Take it slower, you know?
No, I gotta talk fast.
You gotta talk fast?
Have to
Yes,
talk
I have to come
fast.
off as intelligent as possible. This is an ego thing with me.
But people can talk slowly and still be intelligent.
No.
I'm not gonna say anything like I can't diagnose or anything, but I work with autistic students, and he's given me that sort of vibe that maybe he has some like underlying spectrum or autism going on, and maybe he just hasn't been managing it very well. Like maybe he needs some better ways of managing, you know, sensory things and all that sort of thing. Maybe things are just overwhelming for him. He can't verbalise it properly. Like when he's saying, I need to speak fast to come across as intelligent, that's just, it's just a weird fabrication, you know, some sort of weird belief that he's taught himself that, you know, people who talk fast are intelligent. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something to think about.
So my plan for PUA camp would be similar to how they do initiation night
Dud
at
to stud
Citadel.
boot camp.
I would have all the incels and love shies all basically
War of World.
huddled
Wait,
in
what
like
did that say? War of Worldcraft.
all the incels and love shies all basically huddled in
Initiation
like
night.
cattle into a room. Like these guys would be like standing together like cattle in a cattle pen. And these guys who I'm going to call the drill sergeants would be in there confiscating all their World of Warcraft shit, all their
No.
Dungeons and Dragons shit, and they'd put it in a big fucking bonfire and burn it. Then I'd have these pictures of just these beautiful women in the nude being fucked by these muscular hot bad boys and have surround sound playing the sounds of women enjoying sex, you know. Fuck me baby, And I'd have neon lights flashing the words, "It's all so adorable, but you can't have it." They would break these incels down. You know, just like the military, break down an incel, build up a PUA. You know, that's what we gotta do.
That just sounds like some weird torture. Don't know what's going on there. And what's this conception that playing World of Warcraft means that you're gonna have trouble talking to ladies, eh? I've been playing World of Warcraft for longer than I should have. And it's not the game that's defining who you are. It's you defining who you are.
I believe there's 4 types of males in this world.
Okay.
Alphas, betas,
Oh, no.
gammas, and omegas. Now,
Omegas?
omega males are the lowest kind of males there are. Omegas are what I would call genetic garbage.
Well, that's what I aim for. Is the
Drinking
guy everybody makes
Capri-Sun?
fun of as the Joker.
I hate
right?
Capri-Sun,
The
it's
Joker of the
disgusting.
group, if you will.
Can you explain Omega?
Do you understand the Greek alphabet?
Yes.
Okay. Omega is the last. As I had explained to him, using the wolf pack analogy, alpha and beta are usually the 2 dominant wolves. And then in most wolf packs,
You do
there's an
realize-
omega, which is usually the last to feed, the last to get mates, last for other stuff.
We all take our turns down at the bottom, so.
But you tend to stay there.
I know.
And-
I have to learn to gain more confidence around you guys and to try to build myself.
Not just us, in general.
Yeah.
This is a life skill. Going back to the pack animal analogy, the mates will see that too.
It's always interesting to meet people in real life that you only know from the internet. You just want
Yeah,
to
that sounds
see how
cool.
it translates in real life.
Yeah, I had a meet up actually with some of the World of Warcraft guild I was in a couple years ago. And that was cool to meet them in real life. Yeah. It turns out we talk just like we do on Discord in real life. It's pretty fun.
Well, there are several do's and don'ts about getting laid at a nightclub.
Okay.
I'll list them out for you. Here are the do's.
Dude, get
Be
your cock out.
attractive. Be hot. Be good looking.
What, so all the things you can't control. Nice start.
Be muscular.
But you can control being muscular. Well, not horrendously muscular, but you can control being in good shape.
Basically, I can tell you're incel by looking at you. Pale. I think being pale is a big sign of it. Don't. These are the don'ts. Don't be unattractive. Don't be average looking. Don't have pale skin. Because that also gives off the creepy serial killer vibe, you know?
I don't know where you keep getting this.
Yep. Well, if you follow those rules, you're pretty much
I'll be interested to
guaranteed
see
a
where this
free
guy
lay
is
every
now.
time you walk into the club.
Does he find this embarrassing, being
all
a
in your
pickup
control.
artist?
Learn how to sleep and hit the weights. And wear clothes like Kyle. Listen to this music, guys.
What is this music?
It's just beautiful music.
Look like we're going out in to a rave or something. A cyber rave.
Fat chick.
Fat chick.
Jeez,
Chubby.
no wonder. Maybe he's got like distorted vision.
What, my vision?
Yeah, you just see every chick as being fat.
Oh, okay.
This is Parmesan cheese, right?
Look what Kyle's wearing. He's got this polo on, it's fitting. He's got nice jeans on. He's got flat bottom sneakers with the Nike check.
He's got that old
He's got this
hair
nice
everyone
jacket
used to
here.
want to have, like
Your
the
clothes are
old
soft.
Justin Bieber smosh hair.
When some guys are like, why can't I get girls? They'll be like, oh, it must be my looks. No, it must be my personality. Looks and
No, it's
personality
probably your
are not
confidence.
mutually exclusive. In curing one, you cure the other.
Curing.
Well, hello. It's UWT here, and we're in the mall giving Michael a makeover because he's fucking ugly. But not anymore. Once we're done, we'll transform this dud into a stud.
Studs.
Peace out, niggas. Get a 33 pair of these. He's the kind of guy who would.
I hate clothes shopping, I really do.
That's a sergeant tie, sergeant shirt. the
Sarging.
flat
I
bottom
forgot about this
soles
weird
on him,
term.
right, Scott?
Such a
think it
weird
needs to get
term.
some
I don't know why, it
fresh
just makes
days.
me think he's massaging his
Fresh
prostate
days
or
on
something.
What the hell are fresh days?
Men's shoes are very important. Get the fuck out of the way. And why are shoes important? Turn the camera around. Say it to the camera. Why are shoes important?
I don't know.
You know the answer.
Why are
Just
shoes
what's the
important?
answer? What's the first thing a woman notices?
Probably
It
the
certainly
face.
isn't personality, so
Wow, this
It's not the
guy.
first thing a woman notices.
it's shoes.
What's the
Just say
first
it's
thing?
shoes.
Just say what the first thing.
I would say if you're wearing shoes like that, they're the last thing you'd notice.
Dude, you weren't supposed to wear all the items at once. Hey, excuse me. What do you think of this? I told him it looks terrible.
It's comfortable.
Alright, get a picture.
Looks comfortable. I mean,
It's not a bad idea, but I don't think what I need I'm gonna get from these guys. I have a feeling we're going after a different.
hey, he at least got something right. I don't think I'm going to get what I need from these
As
guys.
I was saying, I have a feeling we are going after a different kind of female and what we're trying to attract.
What kind are you trying to go after?
Oh, this
Someone
guy.
who
Yeah, what kind of
love
girls do
you
you like?
for you.
Never answer that.
This guy. He's sarging all
What do you
over
think
him.
looks matter? I think personality probably matters more.
My looks are the only reason I am incel.
I feel like for the
His
most
looks are the
part,
only
being
reason
sort of
he's an
shy and
incel.
introverted is not attractive.
I think looks is 95% face.
I feel it's better to be socially able.
You know, a chin that's balanced,
He's got like two
facial features that are
opposing
balanced.
thought patterns here.
I feel like my life is kind of like a mess. I'm like, I think that, you know, why if I was a woman would I want to date me, someone like that? I'm like, no.
I'm tall and slender and girls like that, but, you know, face is 95% of everything. If you don't have a good face, you're done.
Why do you think?
Thing is, he looks so young here. Like,
Maybe because
he's got
his face
nothing
is
wrong with
something
his
that
face.
you can't really
It's his
change
personality. It's his attitudes towards
Well,
himself.
with plastic surgery. Yeah, but that's like one of those things that it's like making a film. I want to be a filmmaker, but making
I
a
already
film
got a
is such a
rhinoplasty.
hassle that I can always come up with an excuse not to do it.
Why is he
Yeah, I
naked?
made a couple films too, but
I already got a rhinoplasty, so... I have a Photoshop picture where I shortened my face, I made my canthal tilt positive.
See, this is the
I'd like
problem
to
with
have
social
my
media, isn't it?
Neanderthal brow
Overanalyze
grinded
it how you
down.
look.
I'd like a canthoplasty, which is when they lift the corners of the eyes. I might decide to get a revision rhinoplasty.
Well, that's how he wants to look.
I'm gonna wear the shirt that Ed doesn't like, just to piss him off.
I mean,
After
it kind of just
cosmetic
looks like he
surgery,
needs
I'm
to
gonna wear this
exercise a
shirt when
bit,
I approach
really.
women, and I'm gonna get their number right in front of your face.
He's got that skinny fat look going.
Well, how are you gonna afford cosmetic surgery?
Hopefully I'll get a job someday.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but you'll be old and ugly by then.
Hopefully I'll get a job someday.
I know more about fat chicks than probably anyone on the planet. Like, I could write a book on them.
What do you mean you know more than fat chicks than anyone on the planet?
I look at ugly fat chicks and I see how easily they get men, and you know, sometimes that makes me angry.
He's so resentful.
Sometimes
He gets
I do
angry about
because
it.
of how easy they have it and
This
how
guy
hard we have it in
analyses that
comparison.
way too
What
much.
makes you an
He just
expert
needs to
on
go.
women
He does
having
need to
never
work
touched
out.
a girl, kissed a girl, or had sex with a girl, or been in a relationship with a girl?
You don't need experience to know about something. Sometimes when I'm in social circles, there are girls around and I observe them. And that's what a lot of what I base my theories on.
He does from observing.
Sex, I don't think most...
See, the thing is, he's observing things, but he's probably getting the wrong idea about what he's observing. Like, he's drawing the wrong conclusions because he's not in that situation, if you know what I mean. And those people he's observing, they might just be doing things that they find fun, you know, unusual things in their friend group, and then he'll draw conclusions about that, about everyone. And he's spending all this time analysing other people. Should just be working on himself, you know.
Like sex, I think it's something that they do just, I don't know, just because. I mean, like the guy wants it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, women don't have a high sex drive.
I don't know. I think you have somewhat feminist views, but I mean, that's it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I agree that women are people.
No, see? That's bullshit. And if you don't realize that, then you've been brainwashed.
What? Sorry, let's just run that back.
Somewhat feminist
Let's
views.
just run
but I mean,
that
that's
back.
it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I agree that women.
I agree that women are people.
No, see? That's bullshit.
No, that's bullshit.
And if you don't realize that, then you've been brainwashed.
What are we
Do you think that
saying?
women ever have trouble finding love?
Nope.
What about sex?
That's even easier. That's like shooting a dead fish in a barrel. When you have a machine gun, infinite ammo.
If a woman wanted to get sex, she could go to a grocery store and ask any of the male cashiers.
This guy's just
I'm sure
misled.
They all would, even the married ones.
An idiot doing this pickup artist stuff.
I would do anything just for a 300-pound ugly white girl. I would fight in the front lines, the bloodiest battle the world has ever seen, and come back with no limbs if it meant that that would guarantee me an ugly fat chick for life.
Women are women. Men are men. You're still human.
I don't believe
They're
him.
not some special. They're not some.
Like, if he
things
just
to be
worked
placed
on
a
himself
pedestal.
for even
And
the
I'll tell
small
you
amount of
one
passion
thing,
he showed just
women
there.
think the same thing about men sometimes. If you can put yourself in the female perspective,
Wink.
you'll realize that they, at occasion, are just as nervous about finding a mate as you are.
Actually, my problem has been I've only been around people who felt like that. Like
Okay.
most of the friends that I was close to were either married
Mm-hmm.
or had no social. Were not in any dating scenarios.
Yeah,
like
but
most.
I didn't get born married.
Right, but I wasn't around people when they were.
Yeah, I got born married to her. That was just really weird.
You must explain the cake.
No, we don't have to talk about the
Go on.
cake.
I don't really
You need
get
to
what
talk
these
about
guys
the
are
cake.
talking
Come
about.
on.
It was a vagina cake.
It was in fact a vagina cake.
And they specifically saved the special portion for me.
Uh-huh.
And I tried eating this thing, and it was like, oh yeah, it's not gonna be a problem. I'm gonna lick it and everything. It'll be hilarious. And then I go and I just got
Choked.
red in the face and choked. I couldn't do it. I'm just. I got.
Incels like soft porn because they've never seen a vagina. The most of them I've ever seen is like a girl in a bikini. So they're going to end up jerking off to that because that's what they've seen in real life, because a vagina and titties, because
That's
they've never seen
intimidating.
those IRL, is kind of scary to them.
I think there's some projection going on here. You're the one who's afraid of vaginas.
Does sound
oh, wait,
like
you're
it.
the one that just reminded me of the threat. I'm terrified of female genitals. I totally forgot about that.
I just don't like looking at them.
Guys just want to fuck them.
Was
They don't wanna,
projected.
Like, look at them. They're like, they look like
They don't look
meat sockets.
Bumping ugly.
They're
Meat
not beautiful.
sockets.
They're not
Do you
horribly
like the way
ugly.
dicks look, Sarah?
Yeah, they're fine.
Let us look at pictures of...
They're fine.
Oh god, I can't even look at it. I'm serious. Like I
Let me
Google
see. Let me see.
vaginas and I get this fucking picture. I can't
think
even
this was
fucking
gay.
look at it. I don't like looking at them. They're too low.
Most guys probably don't. It's
They're
just-
too low?
Yes.
What do you mean they're too low?
I wish they were parallel with my dick. Sugar magnolia
Oh, is he
blossoms
looking at pictures of
blooming,
penises
heads
then?
all empty, and I don't care.
Wait,
Saw
so
my
why-
baby down.
Why did you
Yeah.
think you were incel before and love shy now?
Because I used to be incel and now I'm love shy.
But how do you?
What's the
When
difference?
was like the turning point?
When I got muscles and better clothes.
Do you think you'd be able to hide that you're a virgin when you lose it?
You mean if? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think I can hide it well. No, actually, I don't know if I can.
Why do we need to
So
hide
Lori
it?
starts complaining to me, and she doesn't know I'm a virgin. She's like, I can't believe I had to take his virginity away. I mean, I'm all cool with guys being virgins if it's because of their religious beliefs, but if a guy just can't find someone to have sex with him, that's pretty pathetic. And I mean, that's just the truth of how they feel about it, you know?
So do you feel as though you're a good lover?
I'm sure I could be if I had the chance.
I know what goes on. I mean, the
See
penis
the
enters
insecurity
the
in the
vagina.
man.
Thrust, question mark, pop it.
What the fuck?
Yo ho, let the winds blow.
Wait, this
Just
guy
hear the
explains
ocean
things, man.
roar. We're sailing to a better land to be and sell no more. Ahoy, we sail the seas. I'll yell out land ho soon. We'll dock on the shores and unzip our drawers and
Yeah,
get
he's
some
sweet.
hijabi poon. We
The
were
perfect
led by a
life.
man named
I'm trying to think of what I want to say about that because I don't want to. I don't know if I should get into my fantasies.
Cut back for his face
Yeah, I don't
looked
really want to
like
hear
a
about
hole.
that
I'd like to
either.
be like a very androgynous Korean guy who has like a
What?
stuff. I'd like to be like a very androgynous Korean guy
He'd like to be a Korean
who has
guy.
like a stalker girlfriend. You're not putting that in there. You're not, right?
There was urban white trash who wanted muscles and cash and made jokes about his poos.
Yeah, Vegeta. Who's Vegeta, right? I'm somebody else from the forum. Can you guess who? Let's play a game, Vegeta 2.
The reason I'm outgoing now is just because you guys already know the worst shit about me that you could possibly find out and use against me. I'm shy around people I'm trying to impress because, you know, for me it's just a big
It sounds
thing,
like he's trying to impress them.
Just a little nervous about this documentary. I got the 2:30 feeling.
What are you nervous will happen in the documentary?
You're gonna put it on the news and
I'll never run into somebody, oh, you remind me of Advanced, or you remind me of, Urban White Trash. They're unique, for better or worse, which is not, I don't think it's that common. I think most people, I don't know, maybe like people are just like too afraid to be like so crazy the way these two are. They're unafraid to be crazy.
So, that's my sad little life. What do you guys think?
A lot of music.
I just want to be like in with one person and I'd be totally happy. As long as it was like a good relationship.
Casually walking
And the rest
past
of
some
it
wedding
just wouldn't
photography going on.
I get overwhelmed and I think I should just quit. And I don't do anything because I'm like, well, what's the point? So I just figure, why even try? What's the motivation?
I was thinking I should have jumped off while you were doing the pan. I see it as like, abstract art. That's what art is all about. It's like the ultimate art project, is to kill yourself by jumping onto a pavement and splattering yourself, I think. Aren't I cheery?
So I've heard that in a video game. It's just a funny photo going on right next to it. Just pretending to jump. Bye. After our stay with UWT and Advance, Michael decides to visit his ex and only girlfriend from high school. Sorry, I didn't get to finish reading that before it changed.
Yeah, basically I just hung around her for a really, really long time until she did something.
I kissed Mike, and he sat there and didn't do anything, so I ran away, and I felt so rejected because I thought you didn't like me or something, and I felt like I made a total ass of myself.
You kissed me for like 15 minutes. I think if I didn't like you, I would have ran off before
I don't remember
the
it being
15 minutes. It was
minutes.
pretty long.
So what do you think about Mike running a website?
Mike what?
Running a website.
You're running a
I
website?
don't really run it.
Wait, is this the group that you were telling me about?
Yeah, that's where I met her from, where she
I
posted
didn't know
her
you
message.
ran that.
Yeah, I haven't always ran it.
Go Mike.
She's impressed.
She keeps prodding me to tell you what the website is like about. The real reason we have the website is because we're all perpetually single and
You have
frustrated
girlfriends in
about
college, though.
it. Almost.
Well, then you had almost girlfriends in college.
Yeah.
Really? Why didn't you want to tell me that it was like just single boys?
What? I think as I get older, I get more depressed because I feel like I have less time. And I think, I don't know, I kind of like, I kind of like people.
So what he just said there, he thinks as he gets older, he gets more depressed because he's got less time. I do feel that.
This way, I feel get annoyed that I feel like have like a normal life. I have to like alter. But then what's the alternative? Keep going on the way you are, which doesn't work.
I think when you look at the bigger picture, though, I think you have it pretty good. I mean, compared to a lot of other people in this world, you have a really good life.
That's true.
I don't know.
He's just not happy.
I mean, maybe it's not what you think it
make
should
some
be,
changes.
but you do. You have a good life.
It's very sensual shots here, rubbing a fish.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
That's a scary question. I don't know. I've either figured out everything or I haven't, which would be bad if it's the latter.
I think that's quite a hard thing. Can't figure everything out.
I don't think about it because I just assume I'm gonna figure it out. Otherwise, I'd probably have a mental breakdown now.
Well, it has almost been 10 years since this was uploaded.
I want it to be as if I never existed. I wish I could do that. I wish I could make my life so that it never happened.
And what if you miss out on meeting your dream girl?
So what? You never existed. Why would you care? And even if you do meet her, something bad could happen. She could die, or she could just dump you. So it's like, even if it does happen, it's not like, you know, it's not like your problems are solved.
Talking about things not being permanent. It's just the nature of life. Nothing's permanent. Interesting film. I'd be interested to know what they're like now. Yeah, look, someone said I need to know where they are now. They maybe not. Maybe they finally took the plunge and went gay. Yeah, that was a weird watch, to be honest. The guy with the long hair, he just like the amount of like loathing in his voice, you could just feel it, and it just like this aura of like self-deprecation came from him. It wasn't very pleasant to listen to, if you know what I mean. And the guy we was just seeing there, he's obviously like not happy. He's not happy. But there are some things I resonate with, like where he's saying like he gets older, he feels like there's less time. Yeah, I think a lot of people do feel just confused about life, you know. I used to feel I didn't know what was going on when I was a teenager, confused, sort of like, yeah, depressed and all that. You just got to find some purpose in your life, really, haven't you? And I think not putting yourself down or telling yourself that you're ugly and you can't do these things is a good place to start. Just stop doing that and talk to some positive people and be around them and then see what happens. Yeah, if you like this video, please press that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.